Hi, welcome to Matek. Today we're going to go over some of the new features of the most recent version online right now. I recently uploaded some new changes, some new features, and I'm going to highlight them today for you. And then hopefully you can show any feedback or give any feedback and make any recommendations about whether features work or whether they need some revising. So this is Matek version 1.2, really the second kind of version. So let's look at some of the new features. First off, on the home page, went ahead and trying to get rid of text using icons more. For maybe a more streamlined, clean look. So icons and tooltips to try to make sure the user can still understand what's going on. So kind of got rid of this top nav bar, replaced it with just icons. So if you're not logged in, you can view the problems, or you can log in. And there's still the home page and some examples. We have still a lot more to add here to describe how it works and describe features, but for now it's just where we're at. So you can view all the problems. So some changes here were before it was this giant array. We reverse the array, so the last problem is going to be the first one seen. We did add some new features to where now you can see matrices, you can see logs, but we had a new way of storing our data, so now these problems can be viewed here. We did add a filter, which I'll go over later. So you can log in right here. You can also sign up. So there's the sign up page. If you are a new user, put your name, school district, email, password, city, state, and then a photo of you. There is a bug, I'll admit, that if I try to log in and then go to sign up and come back log in, I have to click out, so something to fix. So right now, another new feature, something I added that I thought was really important for me personally, is I added the show password feature. A lot of times we're typing, we make a mistake, I don't want to go back and just delete the whole thing, so I enjoy having that feature there. Maybe that's just for me. At the top, you got your profile, so taking your image here that you saved with us, and we have a drop down that kind of has all the things you might want to do. So you view your problems, add a problem, or manage quizzes as a feature we haven't built out yet, but one that hopefully will come with further iterations. So your profile, these are the stuff you add. So we got your name, email, user details, the most recent problems. So 6 recent problems you have here. A new feature we added that you'll see in your profile, and also when you look at your problems, is these actions here. So you can edit the problem if you want to make a change. You can delete it. You can clone the problem. So like if you want to edit this one, so say you wrote the wrong thing or you have it already, so let's just say I'll just change the numbers, so I'll change here. Say that's the problem I really wanted, and I don't want this to be, you'll have to change the answer now because it's no longer 20. This would be like 14, I believe. So you can update that problem, and it takes you to your desk, and there's the problem we just updated. So you can see this in your desk, or you see it in your profile. You can also delete the problem if you want. So if I don't like that one, I can delete it. So let's see, delete it. And it is not refreshing, which is what I'd like it to do. But if I go back to the problems, that problem is no longer there. If I go back to your problems, it's no longer there. There was another algebra 1 there, and that's no longer there. So that was a change we made. We added that. We also changed the add problem feature. So right now you kind of see that all the problems are these cards. So when you add a problem, it now resembles the card. So you kind of start with this problem preview, and as you change things, so with first you select your course. So let's say Algebra 2. Let's do exponent rules. So these are all subject contents related to Algebra 2. That's decided by us on the back end. And then you have these other things, so like multiplying powers. So under exponent rules in Algebra 2, you can say simplify the expression, that. And then in the equation here, this is only if needed. If you don't need to write that, if you want to do it all in one line, you can simplify the expression. And then with KTech, which is what the syntax we use here, you do double dollar signs. So if this is multiplying powers, we can say, I'll say p to the power of 5. And you can do times this way if you want, or you can, write it with parentheses. We haven't really decided what best practices would be, and that's still, I think it's p dot. No. I forgot the way to make a dot. So say you're writing, let's do this. I'll go to the documentation, and so this is the KTech documentation. It's not the best. I think we could do better, and that's one of the features I also want to add. But you can go to the support table, and I believe it's dot. So it kind of is a pain to, you have to, C dot is what I was looking for. But if you know what you're looking for, you can find it. So if you want to write it like that, which is the way that you might see it on some teacher's, worksheet or something like that. So you can do it here, simplify the expression, and here's all on one line. Or if you want, you can cut it off here, and then you can take that KTech, your equation, and put it there, and then it gets centered sort of in the middle. It gets centered. So I think that's maybe a better way to show the problem. But there are a couple ways to do it, and then you can write the solution. So here, this would be p to the 12th. So there's definitely some work to do to make sure the teachers know how to write in KTech and get the best out of it. So you can add the problem there, and then in your desk you see there it is there. So we have changed the way that adding it works. I think it's this a little better flow, and then you can always a new feature is cloning, which is really nice. If I want to write a bunch of exponent problems, and I don't want to keep doing Algebra 2 exponent rules, if I kind of know what I want and I write one problem, I can just clone it. So then it copies it, and I could easily change this. So maybe I do like that, p to the 6 times p to the 6, which is still p to the 12th. And then I have both those problems. So that can make writing equations and writing problems really fast, especially if you're going to do many problems like here determining matrix operations. That can be somewhat of a pain to write. So I can clone it, and then I can just, simply change a couple of things here, make this P, make this Q, and it still changes. It changes right here, and makes it pretty easy to add the problem if you want. You don't have to, though. I'm not going to add that one because I'm not sure if I want variables there. So for the time being, I'm just going to go away from there. But you could clone it pretty easily. In the view all problems right now, I need to throw this into your problems. So the way it kind of works out is all problems are going to be everyone's problems. Eventually, I plan to have many teachers contributing problems here. I eventually want to add an upvote system to where you can kind of have a higher ranking if a particular problem is good. But we also can filter. So right now, Algebra 2 problems, Algebra 1, Pre-Cal. Maybe I'm only teaching Pre-Cal, so I can select that, and now it's just Pre-Cal problems, and maybe I just want to do, let's just say, complex numbers. And then I have all these complex numbers. So some are dividing complex numbers, some are squaring. So I still need to work on filtering the subdomain. I'm not there yet. That's a bug that needs to be fixed, but filtering is going to be in the next iteration. So something to add, and I also need to add that to your problems. So we kind of started, but we haven't added the other ones. So that's a lot of work for us to do. But it's coming along, slowly adding new features, and right now it's a one-man band, so it's just me. But I will eventually keep adding more and hopefully keep it growing and adding instructions on how to best use it and feedback to contact me. So still a lot of work to do, but it's fun and I'm enjoying it, and I will keep it up. So if you have any suggestions, comments, very appreciated if you want to give any feedback. If not, have a great weekend, and I look forward to talking to you later.